Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Sir Havoc and welcome to another episode of my tutorials, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today I've got an awesome tutorial for you. It is about maximising your armour effectiveness whilst in battle. Now you might be saying to yourself, Sir Havoc, I saw your angling armour video already, I don't need to see it again. Well, this is a bit different, guys. The first video which I done originally, one of my earlier videos, was all about the in-game mechanics of angling armour. And this one isn't. This video is all about how that computes in battle. I've seen plenty of people in battle, they all understand how armour works, but don't really understand fully how to put it into practice and the things to take into consideration. So what I've got for you is a number of short clips of how this works, and then a game at the end just so you see how I can run through and do it. So hopefully by the end of this tutorial you'll have a little bit more idea of the thought patterns that go into place to allow you to use your armour more effectively. Everyone knows that if that's your armour, if someone's shooting from that angle, it has less to go through than if they're shooting at that angle, because they have to go through that. Everyone knows that, apart from if you don't, you just found out, so sorry about that, now you do. So it's about the thought patterns that go into place when you're going into battle and position yourself before you go into battle and whilst you're in it. So we're going to cover that. So before we go into that, I've got an amazing announcement to make to you guys. I quit my job. yeah, a bit mad. Decided to quit my job. Got three major passions in life. Well, three major things going on in my life. One, my family. Two, my YouTube and Twitch. Three, my job. Unfortunately, there's not enough hours in the day to do all three. Weren't prepared to lose my family. Weren't prepared to lose my YouTube, Twitch and my gaming community. So what that means is, it means that I had to quit my job. Was I ready to do that financially? No. But what it means is that I've taken the plunge. I need to build things quite quickly. I'm going to move to 3 streaming days a week. So from now on I'm going to be streaming on a Tuesday, I'm going to be streaming on a Thursday, and I'm going to be streaming on a Saturday. However, I probably won't be streaming this Saturday because I've got to go to Auntie Jenny's for a cup of tea in Reading. That's 2 hours away, so it's going to be the following Saturday probably. I might do a surprise one late. The Thursday stream is going to stay at 6 PM British Summer Time, or GMT depending on which one we're on. And the Tuesday one's going to start at 7:30. Saturday one's going to start at 7:30. British Summer Time in the summertime and GMT in the winter. It'll stay the same. So now I need your support more than ever. And so your subscribers in YouTube, your follows in Twitch mean more to me than ever. I really need to grow this now. So I appreciate and I congratulate and thank everyone who's remained a loyal subscriber. I know the videos have been coming a bit slow this last month because of the move. There has been a lot of people tailing off because they just joined for the giveaways I did. That's absolutely fine because there's been more people joining. So more precious to me than ever is for you guys to, if you can, share my channel with as many people as possible, share my Facebook, my Twitter, and help me make this dream come true. Now that's enough chatter about me. Quickly, got a J Gaming community, Havoc X Gaming community, otherwise known as Joe Crow, as home of What University, home of Havoc clans, got 8 clans over 2 servers. If you're looking for clans, looking for people to play with, adult friendly atmosphere, check the description below for the links. Cheers brothers, see you in the tutorial. Right, so we're going to kick-start this tutorial off. I'm in a T150. This is a loss. We're getting our asses whopped to us. Was it a mismatch? Yeah, it's a little bit of a mismatched team and tanks. But so I'm in this position here, struggling to make headway into the game. Obviously right now I've just taken a hit up from the head ridge to the ARL. What this means is now I position myself to cause another deflection. You saw the bounce there from the T1 AP. The moment he hit, I pulled back, put my turret up to the top. Now I'm moving my turret to there. So if I'm spotted, I'm making a presumption shots are going to come from that direction. The hill to my left is covering me. Now he's there, my turret goes to him. Not only because I want to shoot him, but because he could shoot towards me, angling my tank there to cause a deflection. Managed to get the deflection. So let's take a look at that again. So at all times I'm trying to angle my turret and my hull to get this deflection, keeping it at that nice degree there. You can see the angle come in that caused the deflection, hit the cheek of my turret, but because I weren't looking one way or the other, it didn't penetrate me. Same again there on the other side of the turret this time. Couldn't manage to punch through. Hasn't got great gun, penetration on that tank anyway that's shooting at me. So now, again, two shots onto him. I bounced one from one side of my turret, one from the other side. You can see quite clearly where it hit there. But keeping my tank well angled and my turret well angled towards the target has enabled me to bounce 2 shots. In actual fact, if you look at my score down the bottom there, you can see that I've ricocheted 1 and bounced 3. So 4 shots in total now. So that's over 800 damage that I've bounced in this game just by keeping my turret facing the enemy. So now he's hiding. I know there's going to be some tanks coming down behind me, so I'm angling my turret towards them. This guy, he's missed me a few times, and I made a presumption he would miss me again, so he did. And here's another one coming in from a T-25. Now you can see the angle that it ricocheted off at. Again, keeping my turret angled towards the enemy, but against 5 tanks, it doesn't matter which way you're going to re-angle, one of them's going to get you. In this match, Panther, not the best armour in the world, not bad on the front. There you go with the deflection from the SU-12244. Now let's look at that in slow motion. I've got 120mm of front plate on the Panther, which is no slack of the, you know, it's not bad. Well angled. Anyway, plus when I angle it additionally, it makes it even harder to go through. You can see the angle that I'm at there. Now people do tend to aim for the upper plate, so it's a big target, let them do it. You can see my turret is facing him as well, so if he comes towards my turret, I'm trying to maximise the chances of getting a ricochet from my turret. And now at that stop there, you can see the exact angle that he fired from and how he shot into the Panther there. So I went out to cause, you know, on this map I generally get a shot at the beginning of the match. Later on in that game, speed it up a bit for you, there's a Tiger. Now I get hit here. Now he fires a ricochet. Let's go through in slow motion. I know that I'm going to reload him before him now, guys. I'm pulling forwards. He can see the side of my tank. Easy penetration. However, I'm not banking on my armour here. I'm banking on my front armour. All I've got to do is get the side of my tank to be covered by this building, not all of it. Because at this angle, as long as my side is covered, he can't penetrate the front. So now I'm pulling back. I'm safe from now on. You can see there. Now my side is covered. If he hits my front, it don't matter. Turns out, I've got my timing bang on. It takes the shot. But too little too late. The weak part of my tank is covered. And I'm ready now to go out. So this is trading damage again. I now know that once he's fired, I'm going to reload before him. I'm almost reloaded, you know, going to be reloaded. I can pull out, take an aim shot, hit him and then pull back again. Here we are in a VK2801, a light tank, supposedly terrible armour. Now I'm going to be reversing out the way here. I want to maximise the chance for a deflection. I angle my tank to do so. Again, nice deflection into a well-angled upper plate, caused the deflection. Unfortunately, the VK came out at a different angle and made it so I didn't get another deflection. But again, just showing you an example of how I got that deflection there. Same situation here. Fantastic upper plate on this tank. Created a scenario where he's shooting at an... So that plate, you can see, because I'm reversing downhill, it's creating a scenario where he would hit an angled plate. However, he hits the side of my turret, keeping my turret at the enemy. He's hit the side, not enough pen to penetrate, causing another deflection. So again, keeping my hull angled and my turret on the enemy. And also try to move backwards and forwards. You know, if you're on the move, shots seem to deflect off you more. If you sit still, people have the chance to aim for weak spots. All whilst you're on the move, it makes that really hard. Now here's the important part. The Indian Panzer up here had already aimed in on me whilst I was battling that tank. But because I've angled my tank now towards him, he bounced. So I knew I was going to shoot him. I angled my tank towards him before I took my shot. I was in position to take an aim shot. And because of that, I got the bounce. Another example here where he shot my tracks. So I knew he was going to poke out. I angled my tank well, turret towards the enemy, and he's come in, he shot my tracks for no damage. Can he do that all day long if he likes? So there's not a great big message here, guys. It's not a big message. Here I am again, same sort of tank, angled nicely, pulling backwards and forwards, hit my upper plate, deflection. So the angle he comes in at, again, it's the same sort of angle. On the replay, look at the angle. By increasing that angle, now interestingly enough, he actually shot my turret here, the left side. Had he shot my upper plate, it would have deflected, but keeping the turret on the enemy, again, causes that deflection. And I can't stress that enough. In my tutorials, this is basics, it's for bad players, beginner players. All you need to do is keep your tank hull nicely angled and your turret on the enemy. Again here, I've taken a shot at the KV-85, he's coming in for a shot. I've turned my tank round completely to show him the side of my tank. Again, shoots for the turret, hits the side of the turret, no damage. Keeping the turret on the enemy, shown in the side of my tank. That's the angle you're going for. So you see how I moved into that shot. Aim a shot on his lower plate and the friendlies finish him off. But what I did is I moved into that shot. Here it is again in the same game. I get shot by the 3-4. Now I get shot by something else from the same direction. I make my shot. Now I know there's another shot coming. I'm a one shot, 57 hit points. I pull back, but the real cover's to my left. So what I want to do is I want to angle my tank to go that way. I don't want to turn it too much because I know there's another shot coming. I angled it enough to show him the side, it caused the deflection and moved on. So always be thinking about your tank angles and where people are going to be shooting you from.
Let's get this show on the road.
Now here's another one in the T54 Mod 1. Now I've used this tank a lot because I wanted to showcase it for you because it's a great tank for learning how to use armour, because it's got an amazing upper plate and the turret's quite good as well. Like all premium tanks, it does have a weakness. This tank's weakness is its penetration. However, what I will say is it's a great tank for learning weak spots because you have to aim for the weak spots to get the penetrations. So it's a lovely training tank. I would recommend this to anyone. I absolutely love it. I enjoy every single game of playing it. So this is an ace tanker game, but I wanted to use this game not because I got loads of damage, but it's just because it's a good use of armour. Now there's no secret to this. It's not juju, it's not magic, it's just being aware of your armour and giving people a small amount of that armour to shoot so you can then go forwards and shoot in safety. Remember, when's the best time to shoot the enemy? Well, when he's reloading, of course, because he can't hit you. So get them to... What I try to do is I try to get a shot in, get them to shoot and deflect, then put a safe shot in. Here I am. Aim shot, pull back a bit. He misses. Now it's my turn to take a shot again because he's missed. Cause the deflection through good angling. And another one. The amazing upper plate into good use here. He's missed again. Thank you very much. Just showing him little bits, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. He's fired again. Now I've got a free shot. Thank you. The Lurve just hit me with a deflection onto my upper plate. I know that, I just saw it. Trying to get him to do another one. Here again. There we go. That's his shot again. Tried to get the tracking shot in there to stop him dead. Turns out I got the penetration, but I didn't get the actual de-tracking. That's okay. Pulling back then, just to make sure I'm not going to get absolutely crippled by a Jagdpanzer. Here's the Lurve again. So just again, just being cautious, backwards and forwards here. Managed to take a tracking shot off of him. That's fine by me again. No damage to me. Fluff my shot then into the hill. And now I'm just going to go forwards and see if I can get some more damage. I don't mind taking a shot at this point because I'm full health still. In actual fact, he deflected off me, but my own teammate shot me in the back. The Lurve, thank you very much. I can understand why he did that. I was blocking his shot. So again, had just seen him fire at my teammate, so I knew I had a safe shot there. Moving round to mop up this IS-3 and 3601.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Enemy armor is hit.
Nice tracking shot there. Always going for the front sprocket if I can to keep tanks in place. Just waiting for that reload. I slow it down so we can see what happens. But I managed to shoot him and kill him before he shoots me, so not bad. Now at this point I'll speed it up a little bit in a minute because nothing really too much happens after this. I do kill some artillery, but just to recap on what the message of this tutorial is about. It's about the basics of using your armour whilst you're in the battle. We all know that armour has more effectiveness when you angle it. It's already angled on the tank anyway, so you increase that even more by turning your tank to like a 45 degrees. And to be fair, the angle you turn it to depends on the front thickness you have on the side. If you've got stronger side as armour or spaced armour like the IS-3, you can afford to angle it a bit more. If you, like the Panther, you've got a good plate and you haven't got great side armour, you don't want to angle it as much. Here's the battle sheet. Ace Tanker, Fire for Effect, Bruiser and Top Gun. We've got a healthy amount of damage there, just under 3,000. But this was more about a display of using the armour. And yeah, got a 1,120 block by armour. It weren't that I got that much, it was just the fact the manner in which it was done. And that's what I wanted to show you guys. I don't want to give you too much information, I want you to give you a little bit that you can go away and practice. So here I am with a quick recap. So what do you need to do, guys? Well, one, know your armour. Know what you've got on your armour. Know your tank's capabilities. If at all possible, keep your hull angled towards the tank at all times. I try to have it so maybe like the corner of my tank is facing the enemy, or maybe not quite that far. So like maybe my turret is over just before what would be the front of my track. I always try to keep your turret facing the enemy so it shoots any like strong points on your turret, and as you saw in this video, it works. So that's it really. I don't want to bombard you with information that you might not be able to remember in the heat of battle. What I would like you to go away and practice, and remember, this is for the bad players, this is for the new players, this is for like the yellows and below. Try at all times to keep your tank angled towards the enemy and try to keep your turret facing the enemy. If there is no enemy, try to keep your turret facing towards the direction in which you think you would be shot from. Okay, and if you get into the habit of doing this and keeping your tank angled towards those normal directions you get shot from, when you get spotted, you'll find that you instantly get deflections. And it's something that it's not going to work for you right away, but if you keep practicing and keep practicing, you're going to get it right, and your overall ability to play the game and get good scores is going to increase. Thank you once again for tuning in. I really do appreciate all your time that you give to my channel. So Havoc, signing out.
You and me stuck in a lifelong conversation, a story with no start, no end. I try to keep away, remain a long time distance, but always get me in the end. Irrational.